Angry guy here, and women are warning other women that they are making men give up on women and become passport bros. Women are warning other women that they are making men give up on women and become passport bros. I mean, it's unfortunate, but a lot of women just did not get it and they don't care. But there are a few women who are awake to it and they're realizing, oh my gosh, all the men are leaving. Without the men, we can't do anything. Right now, guys, what's happened is call it the Jezebel spirit, call it the effects of feminism. I don't know. But right now, what has happened is it's something has infected the minds of women, infected their minds, infected their souls, and it's like they've lost touch with reality. It's like they cannot see the reality before them that if you don't have men to maintain the infrastructure, to pay the taxes that women benefit from, to provide for women, to protect society, to I mean just to basically to do almost everything in society, everything crashes down. Women do not value the contributions of men in society. They think that women basically are essentially better than men, and that's unfortunate. And they believe that they don't need men in society. All right? To be very clear, a lot of this goes back to radical feminism and lesbian feminism, where they've dictated that the ultimate goal is to remove men from society or reduce the size of the male population within society so that men become more manageable within society. That's one of that's those are some of the theoretical aspects of lesbian and radical feminism. And if you look at what's happening right now, they're borderline succeeding because men are just so alienated that they are walking away from women and they're walking away from society. They're walking away from Western society. They're walking away from Western women. And guys, this cannot go on for very long. If you want to see what's happening in Korea right now, South Korea, they're trying to raise the number of hours that people can work so salaried employees can be made to work to 68 hours a week, and they say they're doing it to help the workers. So basically you can have a salaried employee, pay them 50, $60,000 a year, and tell them that they have to work 68 hours a week, which ends up working out to less than minimum wage. This is absolutely insane. It's absolutely insane. And that's what's happening. And in the West, Western society, this is the direction that we're heading in as more men drop out of society. Sorry about that. I don't know how that happened. It's like it just did it on its own. Let's go ahead and jump into the video.
Start this video, like and comment for the algorithm. Also follow me on Rumble. Link will be in the description. Enjoy the video. Peace.
This message is for the passport bros. I was talking to my mother the other night and I was explaining to her what the movement was about. She had never heard of it. And, after I gave her the explanation of why men are leaving westernized countries to find wives elsewhere, or even love elsewhere, or dating elsewhere, she said, "Oh my God, I have a friend, her son is doing that very thing and basically having the best time of his life. He is dating the most beautiful, wonderful women that treat him the way women used to treat men. He meets their families, and the families absolutely adore him. They shower him in food and cakes and pies, very kind and loving and open to him, very unlike a lot of situations you find here in the United States. Um, there's one woman in particular that he's more serious about now, and She washes his feet. I know that might sound extreme, but why shouldn't you wash someone's feet that you care about? She does his laundry. She's friendly, fit, and fun. All of that stuff that US women, claim as subservient or demeaning, or you shouldn't do that for a man. I mean, it sounds insane. So my mom was saying that he is just so happy and having such a wonderful time over there.
Woman has a delightful voice, a delightful tone. She's not using a lot of hand and head movements. She talks and she is able to convey herself without getting frustrated, and she's understanding. And if she said she had a conversation with her mother and they know somebody's son that went overseas and did that, that is what Western women actually fear. It's the thought and the idea that they will have to fend for themselves. They will not receive the attention, the emotion, the time, the effort.
So women are beginning to hear about this. Not only women are hearing about it, their mamas are hearing about it. All right, it's beginning to spread. More and more women are beginning to hear, like even their mothers, even the boomers are beginning to hear, Mom, these men out here, they're dipping on us. They're taking off. Oh my gosh, I know. I have a friend whose son is doing that right now. He is in Thailand having the time of his life. Oh my goodness. So that's what it is. Guys, this is just the beginning. This is just the beginning. All right? And it's only going to accelerate from here. It's only going to accelerate. Right now it's a trend. It's going to soon become a normality where it's going to be very normal for men to do this. And then right after that, it's going to become a tradition. I keep on saying this in my other videos, and you guys are going to see this. You're going to see this. Women around the world are going to be competing for men, for Western men. All right? It's going to be the American Idol Global Edition, where women all over Africa, women all over Eastern Europe, women all over Southeast Asia, women in South America, Latin America, they are going to be competing for these men. You have to understand, in the Philippines, the average man is 5'5", all right? The average American man is 5'9". This is now, here's something very interesting about this. This is something that you find in a lot of other countries too. For example, in a lot of Asian countries, a lot of Asian people are in a lot of Asian countries, the population of people are shorter. In a lot of South American countries, the population of men are shorter. All right. So American men are actually some of the tallest men in the world. Western men from Western countries are actually some of the tallest men in the world. Western women have essentially destroyed almost every possibility of reconciliation. They have, because men are never going to trust them again. When we talk about the MGTOW, those are a group of guys who could never trust ever again. I'm going to be honest with you guys. I'm going to be so honest with you. I don't want you guys. I advocate for this because I don't want guys going down the path that I went down. I gave up maybe 10 years of my life to being an MGTOW. More than 10 years of my life. More than 10 years. I gave up more than 10 years of my life because I was going my own way long before. I was going my own way well before I became a content creator and helped found the MGTOW community. I was going my own way long before that. And I've given up more than 10 years of my life to this thing. And it's like I have to warn guys, it's like I don't want other men to go down that path, because when you are hurt so much, after you are hurt by so many women, and it becomes like it's an ongoing thing, it becomes very easy to write off just having relationships with any woman whatsoever. And you take that perspective. You take that perspective with you, and it doesn't matter if it's a woman in the Philippines or in Thailand or in Latin America or South America. You'll basically say all women are like that. And there's a lot of men who are listening to the video right now they'll tell you in the comments that it's too little too late. They are never going to have another relationship again, because you lose it is so damaging It is so damaging what men go through in the West that men can lose the ability to pair bond as well. Women lose the ability to pair bond because of their promiscuity. Men lose the ability to pair bond because of how much they suffer when attempting to pair bond with a woman. After going through so many relationships and after being hurt so many times and and experiencing so much difficulty, right? That doesn't make this. Listen to me. When you hear women say, you need to be if a real man can hold me down, a real man can handle me. A man doesn't want to have to handle a woman. This is crazy talk, guys. Like, if you're in a relationship with a woman that you have to handle, you need to get out of that relationship. And that's the majority of American women today. Because if you have to handle a woman, you're putting yourself in a very provocative situation where bad things can happen in that relationship. You don't want to be in a relationship that you have to with a woman you have to handle. All right? Because these are the kinds of women that love Chad, Tyrone, and you don't want to get into any domestic situations with these women. All right? Because there's a lot of women who love that. They literally love that. They're into the idea of you and her being dragged off. Like, you get into a spat, she puts her hands on you, maybe you respond, y'all are both getting dragged off to jail, and she's like, baby, I love you. Like, bro, y'all are going to jail. And this is the life that these women are on. And they are so cool with it. There are so many women today that are cool with the idea of jail. Jail is horrible, bro. Y'all don't want to stay out of jail. If you are listening to me right now, leave these 304s alone. They are for the street. Grandma is for the street today. 60-something-year-old women saying that they can't find men that they like because these men are this and this and this. Like, and they're still acting like they're 20-somethings. She's for the streets. She's for the streets. How long have you been doing this? You're like, you're 60 years old and you're out here like this? You're out here like this making demands? What have you been doing this entire time? Oh, you are running around with Chad and Tyrone and you are still making demands, because after some of these women will spend 30 years, even 40 years. If she's 60 years old and she has no kids and she's looking for a man to marry, she was out in the streets. She was running around with Chad. She was running around with Tyrone for 40-something years. Guys, 40-something, 40+ years. She was out in the streets. And now she's looking for a plan B guy and complaining because she can't find one that she likes and that kisses her butt just in the right way. She has literally nothing to offer, but she'll tell you she's smart, she's educated, she's career focused, she's hardworking, and she'll start listing off all these qualities. But of course, she doesn't cook, she doesn't clean, and you know what? Don't expect a lot of nookie because she's past that unless it's with Chad and Tyrone. So her heart still belongs to Chad. Her heart still belongs to Tyrone. But she's looking for a plan B guy now. Because retirement she's heading into retirement age and she needs a retirement package. So she's coming for her plan B guy. This is absolute insanity. Absolute insanity. And there's some men who fall for it. That's the worst part of it. Some men fall for it. Guys, if you're enjoying these videos, please go ahead and subscribe to the channel. Turn on notifications to never miss another video again. And also like the video so YouTube will know that you want to see more of my videos. Guys, women are warning other women that they are making men give up on women to become passport bros. And you know what? So many of these women literally don't care regardless. They don't care because they are too far gone. Let me know what you think about this in the comments, guys. If you like this video, if you like the video, please go ahead and hit the like button. Don't forget to subscribe. And if you like the video, share the video. And just remember that all roads lead to MWA, men walking away, and cheers.